The AZ12. This is what we've come to this realization now with Alcatraz possibly being reopened. Listen, we've talked a lot about it. Yes, you should, Kobe. We've talked a lot about Alcatraz reopening and Green Valley Decorative Rock. It's obviously something that goes hand in hand. We talk about it a great deal on this show. Now, we are going to come up with the media personalities, and like major media personalities, like that we would send to Alcatraz and say, shoo fly, go away. Shoo.
Yeah, we're not going local. We're not willing
not
to
going local. I don't want that. Now, listen, if I could, I would send Rich Carrillo there. But Rich Carrillo is more of an annoyance.
As long as other people behave, we won't do local. But if they don't behave,
we will put you on this list.
We'll put you on this list.
Yes.
We will redo it.
Yes, exactly. We will put you on this list. All right, here we're going to do it. Rock, paper, scissors again. Yes.
Make sure Mike knows you know how to play.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what we're going to do, though. We are going to, after the third 1 minute is boom.
1, 2, 3,
boom.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Rock. Hold on. Okay. Rock. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Rock, paper, scissors. Boom!
Oh my God, Mike!
It.
It was rock, but you also waited like 15 seconds and you still lost.
I still lost. Fine, you get the first pick.
Number one for me is a guy that is.
I know where you're going.
No, I'm not going Goodman. I'm going to give you Goodman.
No, I know where you're going. You're going Schlabach.
No, I'm not. A guy to me that has Schlabach's dead. We killed him. He's not annoying. He doesn't do anything anymore.
All right, fair enough. You're like, he's gone. We threw him into the bay. He's not even in the island.
Skip Bayless is.
I hate Skip Bayless.
Number one, there is no redeeming quality to Skip Bayless.
You know what? You know where I disagree too? I don't put people don't like Stephen A. Smith. I don't put Stephen A. Smith in that category at all. I believe Stephen A. Smith believes what he's saying. I really do.
Yes.
I don't. And so again, I'm totally fine with that. Skip Bayless, I believe, is the epitome of somebody that just says things to say things. And he is the guy's a massive loser. Again, I like so people that try to conflate him and Stephen A. Smith, I disagree with that. I don't like I said, I think Skip Bayless is a putz. Was he fired?
No.
Skip Bayless, I thought he got into trouble.
He did. He's always in trouble.
What did he do?
I don't know.
Was it some harassment thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, one of those guys that's harassing women, but he's got the largest cross necklace possible. So either way, yeah. So I like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith better than Skip Bayless. Okay, Skip was fired. I thought Skip was fired.
Was he?
All right. Now, I've got a value pick here that not a lot of people thought that I was going to go in this direction, but I've never liked this guy, and I don't understand why people like this guy, and I've never liked this guy. Shannon Sharpe. He sucks. I've never liked Shannon Sharpe.
I like his show, though. His interview show where it's one-on-one is pretty good.
I don't understand half of what he says. It sounds like he's got like rocks in his mouth. But my problem is this. At the end of the day, dude, how stupid can you be? You continuously go after these. He's always getting in something. Like, there's always rumors about that he did this or he did that or he did this or he did that. Listen, man, you mess with the paw, you're getting the glove, dude. And that's where he is. I think he's done. I don't think that.
He's definitely done.
Yeah, I don't. He's done, and he deserves all of it. Plus, remember when he leaked that sex tape to try to prove that he wasn't that? Well, I don't know. If I should
Lord.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. But remember, sorry, I shouldn't say that. But
Lord.
I won't say that. Yeah, I stopped it. You can't cancel me. I stopped it. But nobody cancels me. But there's just so many. That's a good thing I stopped myself there. But it's but you know what I'm saying, though? There's always something going on, and he's always, listen, man, you're 55 years old. Stop going after 19-year-olds.
I respect it.
Yeah, okay. So, again, we're going to get to the other ones, but again, those are two ones that I feel very, very good about right there. All right, Sheer. Now,
my pick I don't like guys that are.
You've got to put. Listen, I know you assassinated Schleybock. I mean, but his career. But you've got to put Schleybock in there. He tried to destroy Arizona Athletics.
He might already be on Alcatraz. We don't know. We don't.
Yeah, but you can't let him off the hook.
All right. Well, I'm not doing him number 3.
Right.
I got my number 3 locked in. I don't like the guys that are continuously wrong, but ignore as much as they're wrong and like spike home the one time they're right. I think I just described you, Mike. But
yeah, I was going to say, what's wrong with this kind of person? I like this.
I can't stand Nick Wright. Can't stand.
I don't like Nick Wright either.
Gets on my nerves every time I see him on TV. There's a difference between hot takes and just being dumb, and I think Nick Wright is just dumb.
Yeah, comic book Chris, there's nothing wrong with your girlfriend being 10 years younger. If she's 40 years younger, that's all you date, then I think that's stupid. I don't like Nick Wright either. He wouldn't have been on my list, but I don't like Nick Wright. Okay, now it's time to get serious. Here's where the hammer meets the anvil. The gravel meets the rock. The gravel meets the Green Valley Decorative Rock. Jeff Goodman. Boo! I can't stand Jeff Goodman. I think he's a putz. Let me ask you this, Sheer. You don't dislike Goodman the way I do, but I got a question. Why does he go out of his way to clearly antagonize a fan base and the players?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his methods. He's not like my best friend or anything. But
what is he doing though? Like, but what is he? I don't understand what he's doing though.
I don't know. It's a shtick, I think. I don't know.
But
because even his coworkers make fun of him for it.
Well, you know the thing, though, that really sucked about him, besides trying to take me out before I even got started? LeVar Ball, take that. Yes, I don't think Jeff is very smart. I would agree with that. Good job, Shelby. But the Caleb Love, his obsession with Caleb Love these last 2 years was one of the worst, most annoying things I've ever seen. Basically, he spent the last 2 years saying that Caleb Love is a selfish person, that it's all about Caleb Love. You can't win anything with Caleb Love. I guess he didn't realize that Caleb Love made a game-winning shot to send his team to the championship. Or, it is what it is. And then after Caleb Love destroys it, he definitely goes on Twitter and it says, I told everybody Caleb could do it. Get out of here, dude. You suck. No, I don't get the shtick. And I will say this. I do believe that if he were to ever come to an Arizona game, he would be booed by the entire arena. Yeah, he sucks. Plus, he retweeted. He also thought that he was clever going at me with something that I was glad he did. He retweeted the video of me going, Ben 1 white, Ben 1 white, like it was some kind of like flex at me. Hey, dummy, I put it out there. I don't like him. I can't stand Jeff Goodman. Massive butts.
Shelby is texting me right now to put on Schlabach. I'm gonna get
you got to put on Schlabach.
I want to get one more in, and then I'll.
But you've got to. Shelby's right. You got to be. Listen, just because you ended the man doesn't mean that he shouldn't be on this list.
I mean, is there a morgue in Alcatraz?
Right.
My number 5. This is such a good list. I will do Mark Schlabach. Number 5. I can't stand Darren Rovell.
Mm-hmm.
He gets on my nerves.
Right.
Just everything. He's just so tone deaf. It's guy just annoys the heck.
You know what he is, and he's another guy that injects politics into everything.
Yeah, I debated putting Clay Travis on this list, but I didn't know if I wanted to go there.
I don't want to deal with that, man, because
because I don't even think he's sports anymore.
He's not sports, and the other thing about it too. Yeah, I thought about him. I'm not going to put him in there, just because I don't want to deal with it. It's because he's kind of not even sports anymore.
Yeah, he's not sports anymore.
So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So
Cody, you could put in at 7. You could put in Schlabach for me.
Well, I mean, Schlabach is the one that you ended. I don't know that I should put him
for 7.
in.
I said me.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, now who else do we have here? Let me look at my list. All right. I am going to go with I'm going to go with a value pick right here. I can't stand. Well, listen, this is petty. He's not a big deal, but I still want to take victory on this one because he deserved to go away. And I know Kobe L. Thiel does not like this.
Come on.
I am. What's that?
Carlos?
I'm putting Carlos on this list. I am putting
dead body.
What's that?
That's another dead body.
Yeah, but again, just because they're dead, but we can't forget their past.
All right, so we got for 6 and 7, we went the dead body route.
Yes, we went the casket route.
Yeah, they go in the morgue together.
Yes, I am putting Carlos on that list. Now, I know that Kobe L. Thiel loves Carlos. I get it, whatever. I think Carlos was a terrible human being, and honestly, you know what's funny about people like Carlos? They're always like, cancel culture, cancel culture. Well, you know what? Sometimes you say and you do things that deserves to be canceled. Guess what, Carlos? You did that. When you and that other putz were talking about the Bill Walton, it was her that said Bill Walton deserved to die, right? Because he wanted to get homeless people out of Balboa Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, at that stage in the game, boo, get lost. And he would always take, you know what he would also do? He would always take a bunch of like personal shots at you and me and then block us in the process so we couldn't respond to him. Carlos sucks. The girl with Carlos was terrible as well. So be that as it may, I know that this is low-hanging fruit. I don't care. I am petty. I absolutely put Carlos on there. I almost want to put, hey, can we put Carlos? Hey, Cody, can you go in there and put Carlos dash Thiel on there? Carlos Thiel. Just put it Carlos Thiel, just because Kobe was a huge Carlos Thiel, or Carlos Thiel. What a great name. Carlos is on that list. I can't stand him. Boo. Yes, I don't know. I don't know about. Either way, he's gone. All right, Sheer, come on, bring the Schleybox stuff back. Sheer, again, reason that you've got it. Listen, I give Sheer crap all the time, and he deserves it almost all the time. But one thing that I think your shining moment for the U of A community, honestly, was pushing back the scurrilous rumors that Mark Schleybox was putting forth there. Sheer, talk about it. Remind the people a little bit about what you did and what the man got the glove.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, you mess with the paw, you get the glove. It started with Mark Schleybox, right? When he reported wrong info and all that, and I put my foot down and I said let's go to war, and now he deleted his Twitter and he reports on random stories that he can't even.
He reports on like women's horse racing or something.
And when he has a story, he can't tweet it. He has someone else put it out for him.
Yes, but
he's coming like live golf now.
All right, but here's the problem though that he had. Listen. Excuse me, mouth fart again. I'm wrong on almost everything, as everybody in these comments knows, and you know as well. But I actually do a fairly good job sometimes of admitting that I am wrong. Schleybox's problem is that not only could he not admit that he was wrong and that he got bad information, he kept doubling down on bad information. So Sheer would basically put out that no, DeAndre Ayton couldn't have been there because DeAndre Ayton was in the Bahamas or something. He couldn't have been visiting with Sean Miller in Phoenix. And then he would say, oh, well, yes, that is correct. It wasn't September 17th. It was September 32nd. Or 32nd, not 32nd. It was September 30th. So then Sheer would say, well, DeAndre Ayton was at this camp at September 30th. And then he would say, oh, well, it wasn't September 30th. It was October 19th. And then Sheer would say, well, he was on campus at that point. Like, you cooked him, man. You cooked him like a smoked goose.
And what's funny is, like, similar to you on realignment, where everyone called you stupid and you knew exactly that the source was right. This was like, I was literally looking at documents that said like, no, Schleybox, you are wrong. I have it in my hand. Why?
You're like, I have official documents here.
Yeah, like, I don't know what you're trying to go with here.
How does that happen, Sheer? And again, I don't mean to put this on, I don't mean to, minimize the great Jason Sheer, but how do you have the documents that some dude at ESPN doesn't have access to? How does this happen?
Because they don't ask. They just go on the attack. It's like Dick Vitale did the same thing to the point where he got a cease and desist.
Right.
Because for repeating false information over and over again, it's not about research anymore. These guys on ESPN, there's a couple I respect, but it's not about research. It's getting your hot personality out there.
I can't now. Listen, a lot of people are asking for Jay Billis. Here's why I can't put Jay Billis on.
I won't put Jay Billis.
First of all, I respect him as a commentator. Second of all, and again, this is bad. It wasn't good, any of the Schlabach stuff and standing by it. I get all of that. But this is also a guy that is basically, he's been pretty pro Arizona over the years. He was a massive fan of Lute Olson. He has said many times, and he actually, did I ever tell you that I talked with him one time for like 2 minutes? I actually talked with Jay Billis. It was like,
I've talked to Jay Billis before. He's actually a nice guy.
And it was cool. He told me off record. He said one of the biggest disagreements my parents had was that they wanted me to go play for Arizona, and again, I wanted to go play for, or not Arizona, maybe it was Iowa at the time. I can't remember, but they wanted him to play for Lute Olson, and he went to go play for Mike Krzyzewski. So I have. Like I said, I don't like that aspect of it, but at the same time, I'm also going to sit there and say that I think he's been fairly pro Arizona outside of that, so I'm not going to put that on him. So again, I will not put that there. Should we put Hansen or not?
We have a lot of pressure right now to put Hansen.
Let's do it. I'll put Hansen. I got no problem with Hansen.
We said we wouldn't do local.
Yeah, but Hansen's your one. Hansen's the one get out of jail free card. Yes. Yeah. All right, here's my problem, and everybody that knows Greg Hansen will tell you this. Greg Hansen as a writer is very, very good. Stylistically, verb-wise, Greg Hansen could write for any entity in the country. He's that good of a writer. The problem with Greg Hansen, though, is that he makes things up, and he has a very odd passive-aggressive streak where he will say something. He'll be very, very nice to you, and then literally the next day, he's writing an entire hit piece article on you. Lute Olson absolutely hated Greg Hansen, and a big reason why was the whole Khalid Reeves thing. But at the end of the day, Greg is the guy that will shake your hand and pretend to be nice to you, and then he will stab you in the back. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a bipolar type thing there, but he's just I'll put it to you like this. Greg is his own worst enemy. I think that's probably a fair way of putting it, Sheer.
Yeah, Greg's weird. Greg's weird to me, and I know he had the whole thing with Lute. I think that was before I got here, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was 94. That started with Khalid Reeves. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, but to me, when athletes stick around too long and they're just their craft goes down and they're not what they used to be, and that's him. That's him.
I mean, you got to have Greg has going
local.
We're not going local, and we're definitely not going fringe local. So I don't care about that one. But that's kind of where I'm at with Hansen. The other thing too, obviously, you got the rhymes with book. That thing was that he was just lying there. But the other thing too is that when you break that Lute Olson has passed away, and the family that was about his. Go ahead, Sheer. Go ahead.
That one pissed me off because we knew right away. We've had stories before. I don't remember who it was where we knew that someone passed away.
Right.
And I straight up said, I'm not doing it. I won't do it.
Right. It was like with Andre Veras. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. And then obviously when freaking Lute Olson passes away, there's a way to do it, right?
Let the family do it. They're well aware that he's passed away. And this putz goes out there and has to break the story. And I can guarantee you that is the last person in the world they wanted breaking.
They were furious. I'm not just saying that because I don't like Greg. That family was furious.
Yeah. I mean, he's just, I don't know how else to put it. I feel good about it. I think Greg Hansen at 9 at 8 is a very good value pick.
I'm actually going to steal Jesse Bridges number 9 for my number 9.
Who do you got?
I am so tired of the ESPN graphics department.
Yes.
It is Arizona and ASU. They are
not
different schools. My number 9 is the ESPN graphic department. It is insane how many times we get this wrong. I was going to go Emmanuel Aiko. I can't stand him.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
But ESPN graphics department is funny and accurate.
Yes, it was I have no problem with that. Now, why would I put Bruce on there? We talk about the most loved.
Whoa.
Yeah. You watch your mouth, young man. All right, now I'm going to put one on here that is. Or we'll talk about a few of our honorable mentions. Reggie Miller is awful.
Yes.
Reggie Miller is the worst color commentator that I've heard that I've ever heard. I don't know how he has a job. You know what it is? He's if there was a local guy that was doing NBA games, he would sound a little bit like I'll just leave it at that. But Reggie Miller is awful.
I don't know. I'm starting to think if we should do the local one.
Yeah, the local one's actually got a lot of juice to it. It really does.
I didn't put Shaq.
Yes.
You can't stand Shaq.
I can't stand Shaq. Shaq ruins. My favorite thing about the MNBA is Rod Gilmore would have been a good one. Rod Gilmore would have been a good one.
We could have gone 20 on this list.
Yeah, I mean, the honorable mention list. Even the people left off the honorable mention list.
Yeah, like you would have had Shaq, Emmanuel Aiko, and then like do you consider guys like is Jason Whitlock and Jamel Hill, are they
the worst?
Or are they politics?
Jason Whitlock is a total turd.
Yeah.
But Shaq is awful, though. Shaq is one of the most insecure people that I have ever seen in my life. And Chuck owns that show. That is all Chuck. Kenny's not bad, and then Ernie's great, obviously. Shaq comes in, and all he says is, everything is, I'm the real Superman. Jokic shouldn't won an MVP. He sucks. He takes it away from me, but either way, Reggie Miller is still on there more. Reggie Miller, I don't get. I think he's terrible, Sheer.
I hate that they assign him to Knicks games, too. I actually, and Shelby will attest to this, I watched pretty much 3.5 quarters the other night on mute. I can't do it. I hate it. It just, I don't like listening to him. Yeah. I mean, I got to do it tonight, too. Not a fan that they put him on the Knicks games.
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, all right. So now I got a couple of value pick green. You know who I really don't like, and I think part of it's because he's an ASU alum and he talks crap? I don't like that Matt Berry guy.
Yeah.
That guy's a putz. Yeah, that guy, I don't like him at all. You know it's not really his fault? I don't understand Jared Greenberg because I can't understand him.
Jared Greenberg?
Yeah, because he's always like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. But I think we came up with a pretty good list. And now I listen. Carlos Thiel is, probably low hanging fruit, but I still want it to be. I
mean, we mix it up. We did put like Whitlock on there. We did put like.
We put Greg Hansen on. I get
we could have put Mel Kiper on there.
I get a lot of credit. That Greg Hansen, that's a value pick.
Bill Simmons, Bomani Jones, Tony Romo.
Yeah. So either way, we like it.
Lenardi's bracketology a honorable mention?
Nah.
He's
Doug Gottlieb.
Yeah. Oh no, Doug. Hey, Doug Gottlieb, the Mount Rushmore of great Jewish coaches.